Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I moved house. It's nice to see you though. I'm in my pajamas. It's early on a, what day is it? It's a Wednesday. I've got my cup of tea. I've just taken my hair out of hair curlers and I'm not sure about the style. I think I've put the curlers in the wrong way around. It's supposed to go in, but I'm vibing with it. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I just want to say I'm so sorry for how long it's been. But second of all, I want to say how good it feels to be back. I had a bit of a mental block around uploading YouTube videos for the last few months, just because in my personal life, your girl's been going through it. Like, I honestly felt like the last few months were sent to me by the universe as a test of endurance and perseverance and determination. I'm also ill, which is something else I wanted to talk to you guys about because I am burnt out, everyone. I really am. The things I've been through in the last few months, they were enough to make a grown man cry. They were more than enough to make me cry. In fact, I cried myself to sleep many a night over the last few months. The last few months have honestly made me reevaluate what I want to do with this channel, like what kind of message I want to put out, what kind of life I want to portray. Because the reality is, being an author, especially if you're on the younger side and you've not had loads of life experience, and even if you have had life experience, if you've not had experience pursuing a creative career, trying to make it in the arts during a cost of living crisis, at a time when the arts has never been more underfunded or more divided, is really difficult. I'm just gonna say it's really, really hard. And that's kind of why I had a bit of a change in, I had to take a bit of a pause. A, because I was moving, I got some really bad news about my book, which kind of just made me have to take a step back for a second. And it was basically the last few months have just been a period of like evaluation. I think the last time I posted a video or filmed a video was in October, and it's now December 9 or 10, so we're halfway through December, or a third of the way through December, so I took a good 2 months off. It was the best possible thing I could have done. Thank you so much for your patience and waiting for me while I sort of came to collect myself. Anyway, I need to update you guys about everything that's happened and where I've been. Okay, I've got my list. Right, yes, so the last video that I posted, I was writing in a church and I was doing edits on my new fantasy book. I've got the manuscript over here. I'll show you what it looks like now, because in that video it was so perfect and aesthetic and it had all my highlights on it. This is what the manuscript looks like now after a month of like intense editing. I don't know why the end is now on the first page. I don't know where the back of it has gone. So, this is what the manuscript looks like now. I can't explain this. Actually, I can. Basically, I was gifted a few years ago for Christmas these tiny mindfulness candles. I think I was vlogging when this actually happened, so I'll try and find the clip. And for some reason, I had the bright idea to stick one on the front of my manuscript, like on a piece of card, because they don't come in a holder, or if they came in a holder, I've lost it. Basically, it's a 20-minute candle that burns right down and is done. It burned through Gutter Witch, guys. Not gonna lie, it's kind of a gothic sleigh, like it's kind of giving omen, portent, sign. But yeah, my manuscript is actually the most bruised and battered thing. This whole front page comes off and it burned all the way through. That looks less fun, that just literally looks like shit. But yeah, so much has happened. The last time that I was vlogging, I was editing this. Can I just say I love her? And I'm so excited to share her with you guys. Like, this draft has like changed me as a writer. It's so different from The Principle of Moments, obviously in subject matter and tone and prose and voice and everything. But also just the way that I've come to it has been so different. This is a book I felt like I wrote out of necessity, like necessity for so many things, like necessity to express myself and create, yes, which is what drove The Principle of Moments, but also necessity to stay in the publishing industry, necessity to make money, necessity to get a new agent after I had to part ways with my old agent. Like, this was my struggle book, but The only thing I didn't struggle with was writing it, if that makes sense. I was struggling with everything else in my life, but writing this came so easily to me, and for that I will always be more grateful than I can ever like describe or imagine or communicate. So what else has been going on? I have got my edits back from my agent. I've been working on those. Can I just say, God bless a good agent. God bless an agent. I'm not even religious, but bless her cotton socks. I love my agent so much. She's so good at her job, and the edits that she gave were amazing. At the agency I'm signed to, I have an agent and also an editor. So there's an in-house editor, Melissa, shout out to Melissa, and she is absolutely stunning at her job. I got some great edits back from both of them in this really long and daunting email that kind of made me want to just like close my laptop and be like, I don't want to know that. But their comments were really helpful and actually crystallized so much for me. So I basically just got to work on doing that. And that's what I've been doing for the last few months writing wise. I haven't been able to work on Principle of Moments 2 because I haven't got my edits back yet. That's just the reality of the situation. Or I hadn't got them back yet. I got them back a few weeks ago and I've now begun working on them. 7 months after handing them in. I mean, another big life change that I talked about before is that I've obviously moved house. Don't look too closely in the background. It is still a mess. There's boxes everywhere, literally right next to me. I have a box full of books. Ooh, so there's that. The place I was living before was horrible. It was like a stopgap of a place. It was definitely like a starter apartment, as I know people in America call it, which I love that. For me and my boyfriend, we moved in there because we both just needed to get out of home. We've both been living at home for about 1.5 years after uni, and we're both like fiercely independent people who both had jobs, and we were just like, do you know what? I can't do this anymore. Like, I cannot do this anymore. If I have to live with you people for another second, I'm gonna jump off a bridge. That was basically how we felt. All love to the family though. Love forever. Love you guys, but yeah, it was a no. So we moved out into like sort of a place that was quite temporary. It wasn't even a year-long lease. It was like a 3-month rolling lease. Broke that after 6 months and moved into this place, which I am so happy about. And just living here is making me already feel so much more inspired, so much more able to just kind of like get on with my life. Like anyone who's ever lived somewhere that they absolutely hate will understand where I'm coming from, because just living in a surroundings that you don't enjoy takes so much of your life force and so much of your energy from you. So I'm very glad to be out. I'm going to do a little bit of a tour around this place in a second. So guys, I'm just so happy. I also have another huge development, which is that because I've moved out, absolutely insanely to me, I'm able to pay, I would say 50 to 60% of my monthly expenses purely from writing. Do you know what? I'm actually going to say 70%. I'm able to pay about 70% of my monthly sort of living expenses from writing. My living expenses aren't super low. They aren't super high. I would say I'm like very in the middle of what you would expect for like a young person like living in London. It's a high cost of living city. It's not cheap to live here. So I'm very proud of that. 70% of my monthly expenses paid by writing. I think that's pretty cool. But I hear you ask, where is the other 30% coming from? This is so random, but I got a part-time job. Initially, I was like, do you know what? Let me get a Christmas temporary job to help with like the deposit, like chunk of money and like the first few months rent. And so I got this job in about October, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna work it till like January to just get a bit of money over Christmas. I love it. So it is literally a minimum wage part-time job in my local cinema. So I'm literally just making popcorn for people, selling movie tickets, tidying up the big cinema screens after the movies ended. I get to watch films for free. I get to watch films on my shift. Like, it's actually really fun. Everyone who works there is lovely. And I'm just so glad, most of all, to have a payday. I think this is something a lot of people don't factor in when they think about becoming an author. You aren't gonna have a payday anymore. Like, you can say goodbye to your payday. It's not a monthly thing. It will be probably twice a year per project, 3 times a year per project. The amounts will vary based on each project. It's not like you have a steady career progression. I mean, even to be very transparent, I offered my current publisher my option book, and you know, in a regular job, if you sort of do well in the first year at the job, or the first, I mean, I've been there for 4 years now at that publisher, you would sort of hope to get bumped up to like the next pay band. You'd expect like a promotion or a pay rise, and they actually offered me less on these books than they did on the first one. So it's kind of like I got a pay decrease, which was hard to come to terms with, and I'm going to talk about it in another video that I want to do with my whole submission journey. I was kind of facing like a pay decrease from what I had originally thought I was going to get paid for it, and yeah, I just decided to get this job. I get my payday every month. Like, I know I'm getting paid every time because I know how many hours I've worked, and it just brings me such a sense of peace and relief. And like, getting out of the house is nice, talking to regular people is nice, instead of like publishing professionals who, no shade, but often have like quite a limited or like insular view of the world. And I put myself into that category as well. When I had no job and I was just being an author, publishing and books becomes your entire world. And now that I've kind of taken a step back from it, it's not healthy, and it wasn't healthy for me. I think some people absolutely thrive in that environment, but I'm not really one of them. So yeah, I'm just feeling like a lot better. I feel happier. I feel like there's a weight off, even though I'm like sick as a dog today. I'm just sitting in my cute little flat. I called out of work yesterday, and I feel too bad to do it again. And it's a Tuesday, like it's never busy on a Tuesday. So I'm just gonna go in and do the bare minimum and then come home. But it's like, I love that there's a job I can go to and really not do that much if I don't want to. Whereas with writing, I give it everything, my whole heart, my whole soul, and my, just like everything I have. Every time I open that Word document and start typing, like I'm giving everything to it. And as much as that's the most incredible process, it's also exhausting, and it can take its toll on you after a while. So it's nice to just go somewhere and be like, phoning it in today because I'm a bit ill, and everyone's like, girl, we get it. So it's nice. Those are the main updates. I've been talking for ages, so I want to crack on with a bit more of a vlog today. I'm going to bring you guys to work with me. I don't know how much I'm going to be allowed to film, but I'm going to try my best to just give like a little sneak peek of what I get up to every single day. Thank you so much for welcoming me back to YouTube. I cannot believe that we're at nearly at 6,000 subscribers. What the fuck? Guys, when I started this channel, I literally remember thinking like, if I can get like 300 faithful like rider subscribers, I'll be happy. So this is just beyond my wildest dreams, and I'm so excited. Also very exciting, I have my first ever like gifted PR on the way to my house. I reached out to a really cool company asking for some like interior decoration stuff, because I just thought, why not? Like, I work hard on this channel, let me see if I can get something free out of it. So collab incoming, we love to see it. I feel really proud of myself. And yeah, that's basically everything. I think it's about 11, I start work at 3. I'm going to make some breakfast and work on Gutter Witch edits. I'm supposed to be handing it in soon because I'm actually going away on holiday. I have so many life updates for you guys, but it's too much. You're gonna find it all out in the vlog. I've been surviving off this little cup of tea. The things I do for you guys. Okay, bye. Oh, it feels good to be back. Can you tell? I'm smiling. I just love updating you guys. Everyone here is so supportive. I actually feel like I can be honest and vulnerable. Like, for some reason I was feeling a bit about telling everyone that I had a part-time job. I think because in the industry a lot of people are older than me, and they've got their careers like all sort of like figured out, and they have money from like past careers, or they've got like whole husbands who can support them, which is obviously like fantastic. And one day I hope that my boyfriend, you know, is able to do that for me. But I'm just like, I'm out here kind of on my own, financially, because I don't come from a family where I can be like, Mom, I can't make rent this month, can you pay it? My mum would be like, first of all, she'd be like, I know I taught you better than to sign a lease on a place that you can't fucking afford. And then I would cry and she'd be like, figure it out, babe. But I'm always here for you, but figure it out. She'd give me some amazing advice, but the cash money, where would it come from? So yeah. Anyway, I think it's time for me to stop talking and start taking you guys along for the ride of my day. Let's do some writing.
was very dramatic. But this is my manuscript. This is what we're working from. I basically have just annotated a lot of it. Most of what if you're reading it, most of that is gone at this point. It's all gone. The best inspiration music ever. Is anybody else just absolutely loving this? Oh my god. Wiki killed me. I saw it, I died. I actually was really lucky to go to a BAFTA screening with Cynthia and Ariana, and I died over it. I'm also going to be using these candles, the little 20-minute ones.
I can't explain this. Actually, I can. Basically,
And I'll probably just keep doing those for about 2-3 hours. Let's go.
Actually, I can. Basically...
The book is coming along well. At the moment, I'm right in the middle of like what I'm fingers crossed hoping is my final round of developmental edits before the book goes on submission. I, very annoyingly, very late in the game, have had a realization about how to develop the relationship between the two main female characters. They have, I always think it's tricky as a writer to come into a relationship that has a lot of history to it. It's a relationship with very established dynamics, so it's really tricky, really thorny, and I'm jumping in at what feels like a very late point in their relationship. Candle is almost down to nothing. This is how you know I have some kind of problem mentally. Did I smell smoke? Did I notice out of the corner of my eye that it was burning through? No. And look at that. Oh my god. Has it even gone through to the next page? Oh my god. I'm literally, sometimes I wonder. When my mum says, sometimes I wonder about you, this is what she's talking about. Oh my god.
I am still ill. I still don't have a voice, but I'm excited for today. I'm gonna go out today. It's currently, I don't know what time it is. I just woke up. I'm scared to go out because of my chest. I'm feeling still got a little bit of a chesty cold. And writing later. This is gonna be a little Christmassy day in the life. See you guys. Oh yeah, just to let you know what I was doing this morning. So every morning I get up at about 8:30. It's kind of late, but it's because I work my part-time job nights. Like for example, today I have a shift from 7 o'clock till 1 AM, so love that for me. But I actually do love that for me because it means I get to earn money and I get my whole day to write. So yeah, I work late 3 nights a week. So I wake up at 8:30 and then hop on my laptop, answer my emails, open my Word document. I try to only be on my emails for an hour. Then I open my Word document, even if I've opened it now just to check where I was at with my writing before I go out. Didn't get any writing done because I'm filming this and I need to just get ready to leave. But I know I'm going to be writing for about 5 hours today. So I just open it up, get it into my brain so that my brain's already like percolating and subconsciously trying to understand what it is I want to do the next time I open the document. I find that really good. Even if I can't write for a whole day, I always make time to open my Word document, read a few pages, read my plan, just so that I know what is happening and I don't forget, so that it's always in my brain. That's a good tip. If you can't write, just open the Word document and have a read, because your brain will automatically start to go through things. We're smarter than we think, guys. Anyway, I've got to go. I'm going to be late, so chat to you in a sec. this manuscript is honestly testing me in so many ways. It is very much a joy and a pleasure to write, but it literally gets me. It gets my grill when I have like a really thorny plot problem that I just can't figure out. Do you know what? It's not even plot. Like, I think when you're so passionate about what you're writing, your harshest critic is yourself, and you can like see the gap so clearly between what you want this book to be like and what it is. There's this amazing quote that I'll try and find up on the screen that's about the gap between taste and ability, especially when you're really early on in your career as a writer. I feel like I've passed the really early stages, but I'm definitely still at the beginning, and I can feel it right now. Like, at the moment I'm reading Robin Hobb, and her writing is so effortless to me. I mean, I know that it comes at such a, you know, it's years and years of expertise and practice that I'm picking up on, but it can be so hard to go from reading something that you just think is amazing to then reading your own rough draft. And I know, like, I can see in my mind so clearly how I want these scenes to go, how I want this relationship to progress. God, but it's so hard. Also, the relationship I'm writing at the moment is a bit like, it's toxic, like it's really toxic, and I'm struggling to sort of let the reader realize it's toxic rather than signaling the whole way through, this is so bad, oh my God, like this is awful. Because I think at the moment there's definitely a tendency for that to happen in books, where the kind of like prose itself will literally be signaling like, it kind of like the author's holding up their hands being like, I don't agree with this, but like, isn't it crazy? And I don't want to do that. I literally want it to be like, you can't decide if this guy is good or not until like the last minute. So I'm having to really rein in the impulse to be like, put in loads of little things of like, that's bad, because obviously it is, but like I want to make it so that even I want the main character is basically being gaslit, so I want you to, as the reader, to feel gaslit at the same time, but it's so hard. I love it. The book is also like quite I think people call it like progression fantasy, where the protagonist is like learning something. So she's like gone to magic university and she's learning magic, and I just want to get that sense of like a montage, like a Karate Kid, you know, things are so hard but I'm doing my best and I'm slowly improving. Even if I don't understand the methods of my teacher, I trust them. I really want to evoke that movie montage kind of vibe. Oh, it's so hard. Like I can see so clearly what I want. It's just making it happen can be such a trial. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going away for Christmas in 2 days, and I said to a friend that I would send this, and I kind of said to myself I would have a draft that I really like, but in 2 days, we'll see. I've got tomorrow off, and then the flight isn't till late at night, so I've got like the morning and the afternoon of the 12th of December. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. Finished for the day writing, because I've got to go to work and I need to eat. The rest of the writing session went kind of okay, to be honest. I'm just like, I just need to spend more time with it. I feel like there's never enough time, but it's fine. I've got to go to work now, which I'm actually really looking forward to, even though I'm a bit ill. I didn't sleep well last night, so I think I'm literally just gonna go to work, stand up for like 5 hours, come home, eat dinner, crash, wake up tomorrow, marathon day of writing, and then go on holiday. I'm so excited to vlog my holiday, guys. I'm going to one of my favourite, most Christmassy places in the whole world, which I'm gonna reveal to you later. But yes, writing session went well. Not sure what my stats are because I'm editing, but this is where we are word count wise at the moment. 18,000. When I first started the draft, I was at about 137,000, so I've managed to cut 19,000 words. That's crazy. Cut 19k, which I'm really pleased with because it was too long. I'm trying to target YA. I'm trying to go YA with this, or be able to, or at the very least be able to submit it to both YA and adult publishers. So it's got to be around between 100,000 words and 115 to 120,000. 120 is on the longer side for YA. My agent said to me, if you can get it to 110, that's perfect. So that's what I'm aiming for, but that's never been my style. First draft's principle of moments was 125, went up to 135 in edits. Oh, can you just tell I'm ill? Oh, anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and just get ready for work and ponder this book the entire time I'm on my shift. I also wanted to try, before I go to work, I wanted to try and hang a painting up. If this looks like shit, don't at me, but I just wanted to try it. Okay. It looks quite random, but I'm gonna leave it. My hair is a mess. I'm gonna put it up before I go, but this is my work outfit. It's all black everything, and then I go to work. See you guys in a bit.
As I cook, I'm also going to listen to The Ship of Magic because while I was out, I read so much of this book. Oh my god, it's doing my Spotify Wrapped. Wait, shall we see what my Spotify Wrapped is? Your top song in January was Lord of All Hopefulness. Not me being secretly patriotic. It's because I was going through a lot in January, and I was actually going through so much in January that I needed hymns. January was clearly a brutal month for me. Right, get your Wrapped. This is exciting. Wait, I'm gonna show you guys my Wrapped line. I am dead. This can't be real. I don't want to talk about that. From work. It was a good shift. Very, very quiet because it was I don't even know what day it is, a Tuesday. So obviously no one was there. I was supposed to go in tomorrow, but my shift got cancelled, so I'm chilling. Gonna try and bang out the last of my book before I go on holiday, which I'm so excited about. So yes, successful day, productive despite being really ill, so I'm actually feeling quite proud of myself. My schedule has finally destroyed me. I'm ill. This is why you should not work 2 jobs. My schedule. I'm run down and tired, but I'm gonna make so much money. That's not the reason I should do it though. Ugh. Hello YouTube, I'm officially sick. I had a feeling that I was getting ill. A few days ago, I woke up in the morning with a really sore throat. And I was like, could this be what I think it is? And it is. I woke up this morning, sore throat, stuffy nose. So I'm just trying to sort my hair out, brush my hair, wash my face, all that good stuff to just make me feel like I've got some control over my life. I think burnout is very real. I don't know if I would say I'm burned out right now because I've been working so much that I feel like I haven't had a chance to actually do that much writing. But I've been working on this book. Like, I think the thing about burnout is that it creeps up on you over time and you're literally like a candle or a match just like slowly burning down and you don't even realise it because you're still giving off light. Like, you're still burning like brightly until you're not. And I've been working on this book since I went to Spain in May. So I've been working like furiously on this book since May, and I'm really proud of it. Like, I have done so much. I've done about 3 drafts, and I reckon I'm coming up to 200,000 words on this draft in a year, which for me is mental. And I'm just reaching the end of my, oh gosh, I can't even do my hair, I'm so tired. I'm reaching the end of my rope with it a little bit, and I just want to get it to my agent and get it off and on submission, which I will be vlogging. But I think when you start reaching that point, especially with a creative project, you can kind of comfortably think to yourself, do you know what, I have given everything to this project. And ever since I was in school, I had a moment where everything sort of really clicked for me, where I was like, I don't care about my grades or what teachers think of me or what university, like if I get into a prestigious university, obviously all of those things are amazing. And like with my book, it was like, I don't care if I'm not, if my, you know, I don't immediately become like this hugely well-known New York Times bestselling author. what I truly care about, and I literally say this without an ounce of like, this is no cap, like no lies. I only care about if I can look myself in the mirror at the end of the day and say, I did my best. Genuinely, it sounds so like wishy-washy. But that's all I've ever cared about, is like, can I look myself in the mirror and be like, did you do your best? And there have been so many times where I've been like, I've got a result that I'm not happy with, and I've looked at myself in the mirror and been like, did I do my best? Like, did I try my best? And the answer has been no. And so that's a moment where I look at myself and I'm like, oh, come on girl, like, it's time to try a bit harder, because you didn't actually give everything to that, and that's why the result you got isn't what you wanted. And I will literally say, when I give my all to something and I put every single ounce of effort into it, I usually get the result that I want. And so knowing that you have that inner power and that ability to kind of like, I don't know, like transform your life, transform like the reality you live in just by trying really hard, it's something that I like cling to. It's like my belief system. If I try really hard, things usually go the way I want, and if they don't, it wasn't the right time. Oh, there's a storm at the moment, so my window is like creaking, but yeah, there's a big storm in the UK. It's kind of crazy. It's been raining non-stop for a few days. I'm gonna take today slowly. I'm gonna have a rest day. I'm gonna read, I'm gonna relax. I'm getting made chicken soup, so I'm really happy. But yeah, I'm just feeling a bit ill. I think I'm gonna call out from work this week. Storm. Oh, so spend a day sick with me. Isn't that one of the most autumnal things you've ever seen in your life? Oh, I'm so excited to eat this.
So,
Okay.
how are you feeling?
That is good. I feel like this is not right. I don't know. It's not looking how it looks on TikTok. I don't know how the Instagram girlies are doing it, but I look like I escaped from a facility.